Welcome to our channel. Stay tuned to our channel for sports and entertainment news all the time. Please subscribe the channel. Point/counterpoint: what underrated Iowa sport deserves more traction from Hawkeye fans? While football and basketball dominate, Iowa offers other opportunities deserving attention. Jake Olsen argues that women's field hockey deserves more spotlight, while Trey Benson goes to bat for women's soccer. Women's field hockey. When you think of Iowa athletics, you think of Kinnick Stadium and the football program. You think of the national success and tradition of Iowa wrestling. And as of 2021, you think of Caitlin Clark and the Iowa women's basketball team. However, the Iowa athletics department is much more than that. It consists of 16 men's and women's teams that compete at some of the highest levels in the Big Ten Conference and across the country. A natural byproduct of this level of talent is the fact that some sports are simply underrated. It's difficult to consistently recognize all the success happening in Iowa City with so many sports teams. But one program that doesn't get the amount of respect it deserves is the Iowa field hockey team. The team was installed at the University of Iowa in 1973 and has established itself as not only one of the premier programs in the Big Ten, but also in the country. Since 1984, the program has had 11 Final Four appearances, 12 Big Ten championships, 5 Big Ten tournament championships, and 1 NCAA championship in 1986. In addition to its historic team accolades, the Hawkeyes have produced 97 All-Americans, 171 All-Big Ten athletes, and multiple Big Ten Player of the Year candidates. While some people may question if this program is living in the past, I would say it's quite the opposite. The Hawkeyes have retained a fair amount of national field hockey relevance since the addition of head coach Lisa Cellucci in 2014. Outside of this past season, Cellucci and co. have led the Hawkeyes to 6 consecutive NCAA tournament appearances, 4 of those trips resulting in Elite 8 berths. The team has been consistently ranked in the National Field Hockey Coaches Association rankings and even retained the No. 1 spot in both 2021 and 2023 for a combined 11 weeks. That's not to mention it's simply a unique and immensely enjoyable sport to catch live. It's no question field hockey doesn't get all the glitz or glamour of attention other Iowa athletic programs receive on a consistent basis. But when talking about historic tradition and maintaining a national image, not a lot of Iowa sports are doing it better than this one. Women's soccer. There's no question. The recognition of women's sports at the collegiate level is on the rise. The fame and international stardom Caitlin Clark has received on unprecedented levels was largely due in part to one thing: Hawkeye fans showing out in waves of support. Lurking in the shadows has been a nationally successful women's soccer team deserving of the same spotlight. Currently, the Iowa women's basketball stars, such as Lucy Olsen, Stuelke, and Sydney Affolter, have been the most recent beneficiaries of the national women's basketball craze that has swept the nation. And if you were to ask the average Hawkeye fan if they could name a starter on that team, I'm certain most could. In light of this recent trend, the Iowa women's soccer team has been sneakily dominant, waiting patiently for its moment to receive stardom and headlines. And with the sport's international popularity, the same should be echoed right here in such a city of loyalty. Hawkeye soccer is coming off one of its best seasons, yet as the 2024 campaign featured a round of 16 berth in the NCAA tournament for the first time in school history, and ended with an excellent 14-2-4 record. For reference, the last time the men's basketball team made the Sweet 16 during March Madness was in 1999, when Tom Davis was still the head coach. That was almost 3 decades ago, yet we keep showing up for these teams. Iowa soccer has also won 2 Big Ten tournament titles in the last 5 years. In 2023, Hawkeye soccer was 36th in the nation for home attendance average. With the endless support Iowa fans have shown the women's basketball team, There is no reason Iowa soccer cannot benefit from the same type of energy. Despite this astonishing statistic, the majority of Iowa fans would still rather choose to tune into Iowa men's basketball games and forego the option to watch Iowa women's soccer compete. It's time to expand the attention we give to the winners around us. While the future success of Hawkeye soccer remains uncertain, one thing remains clear: the Iowa women's soccer team deserves more praise.